not the last restart, the one before that, you know, it was spotter yelled clear, so I was like, I got to clear him and come up the racetrack before, you know, before he gets to the outside of me, so he would have had me in 3 and 4. So I was clear at the time, and you know, I left him a little bit of room up there. Just I think his tires got a little dirty up there, but you know, either way, it's a cool win. I'm excited about it, and man, it just feels good to be back here in victory lane.
Yeah, Joey Logano wins for the second time this season in the Nationwide Series.
Well, the celebration on Joey's team is going to go well into the next few hours, although they got to get ready for tomorrow. As I look at the top 10, this race had a little bit of everything, including 4 Nationwide regulars finishing in that top 10.
We saw a lot of guys have really, really good days running up front. Ricky Stenhouse did an outstanding job all day long, brings that car home in 6th spot. Martin Truex coming back in the series, doesn't run a lot, but got a top 5 even after that speeding penalty on pit road.
Yeah, Stenhouse, Allgaier, Brendan Gaughan, Jason Leffler, the 4 Nationwide regulars in the top 10. Let's check in with Dr. Jerry Punch. He's got Kevin Harvick in 4th.
Kevin Harvick, a 4th place finish all day long. Folks were talking about how hard you and your organization had worked to be able to run with the Joe Gibbs cars on the racetrack. Looked like you were pretty close today.
Yeah, I felt like we probably had the best car. We just didn't do a very good job on pit road. Got to thank everybody from Jimmy John's and Chevrolet for everything that they do, and all the guys who work on this car. It's just, you know, it's just a shame that we just let down on pit road today. But they've been doing a good job. I don't know what happened. We'll have to go back and look.
All right, Kevin Harvick, guys.
And Ricky Carmichael, he's the true rookie here. First time ever in a Nationwide car. You were slicing and dicing, said your car was bad, then it was good. Take us through your day. What are your overall impressions of the Nationwide Series?
They got this Monster Energy car working really good at the end, and we ran 11th. We were in 11th with 11 laps to go. And we pit, and they're like, well, you went a lap down. I'm like, okay. And then you're like the tail end. So I'm like, well, how many guys in position? Because I was thinking we were, you know, 11th. Like, well, now you're in 20th because of that. And that's one thing I don't understand about NASCAR. I love NASCAR, but I'm like, everybody, I just busted my butt to get up to the top 10. Now I just lost it, and then by that time we didn't have any, you know, any time to regain those positions. But really happy. I went to the back and then went to the front once we got comfortable and tightened her up for me, and just really happy. I think I proved myself today, and look forward to the next time I can get in this thing.
He proved himself, and he'll be back in Phoenix. Let's go to Dave.
Martin Truex finished 5th today, and you were kind of back and forth today. But for a fun Saturday, did you have enough fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to thank the Bechtels, everybody out Pet Care, all the people that let me, you know, Diamond Walter Racing let me drive this car this weekend. It was kind of unfortunate circumstances the way we got to run it, but it was a lot of fun. It was nice to get out here and not have any pressure, and not near as much as there is on Sundays. And we had an up and down day, but we had probably a 4th or 5th place car. That's about where we were going to finish, I felt like, anyway. So for a while there, I thought we were really good, and then we got too loose in the middle part of the race, and then at the end we just got too tight. So it's hard to find that balance today, but I had a lot of fun out there, and you know, working with Gricci again and all these guys. They're really, I mean, that's really my brother's Kane and East team, so this is a big deal for them. This is you know, a good stepping stone for them. I'm glad I could help them out, and overall it was a lot of fun, a great day. Proud to work with those guys.
Remember, we'll see Ryan in the 99, 2 more races, California and Texas. Guys?
You called me Ryan.
Okay, David, thank you. And yes, Martin picked up on that. Go ahead. Yeah, bust on him, Martin. Yeah, there we go. The Truex brothers splitting that 99 car. So upcoming races for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Now 6 to go in the season. And come on out and join us at these places out in Fontana, California next weekend. Charlotte, St. Louis, Texas, Phoenix, Homestead. NASCAR.com/tickets or that number to join us. Come on out. They've been entertaining races, that's for sure. And this one today had a lot in it before the trophy was handed out in Kansas. Talked at the start of the day on NASCAR Countdown about Joe Gibbs Racing dominating the mile-and-a-half tracks. Talked about the weird dynamic of teammates racing against each other. We saw it all.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano racing side by side, but you got to hand it to one guy, Joe Gibbs. He gives them both equal equipment, and I'll tell you what, both of those cats drive the wheels off.
Both of them get great equipment. That's the equalizer. But let's give Ricky Stenhouse Jr. a pat on the back. Another solid run for that young man who's really turned his season around.
So as you see Joey Logano celebrating in victory lane, reminder that coming up next is our same-day coverage of final practice for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. It's interesting.
Yes.
Stick around for that. Marty, DJ, and Andy will have that in just a minute. That is leading up for tomorrow's NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. All right, there we go. The happy hour coverage coming up in just a couple of minutes here on ESPN2. And then tomorrow, NASCAR Now, pre-race and post-race shows, as well as the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race, 1 Eastern time, ESPN. The countdown show, ESPN2 at noon Eastern. There we go with the NASCAR Now shows, pre-race and post-race, ESPN2, 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. And this Nationwide Series moves on to the 2-mile track in Southern California next weekend. We're on ESPN2 next Saturday at 4 Eastern time. So, it ended up being the Gibbs guys continuing their dominance on these mile-and-a-half tracks in the Nationwide Series. And when it came down to it, one had to find a way around the other.
Knew that was going to happen.
And then find a way to hold them off, too. Drama at the end, strategy, great racing. We saw a fun event here at Kansas, and hope we'll see more of the same tomorrow with the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race. Again, countdown at noon Eastern, ESPN2. The race at 1 Eastern, ESPN. Now, how about some happy hour?